So every day, people move in front of you. They move their hands, they move their face, they move their body. That's called reading body language. And today, you're going to learn the beginning steps of reading body language. How do you read body language, right? You're interested now, you clicked on this video and you're going, okay, what's this guy going to teach me about reading body language? Well, I most likely am going to come from a different direction than what most people are going to talk to you about. And so pay attention over these 3 different beginning steps about how to read body language, because I'm a street smarts guy. I didn't get certified by somebody else. I didn't go take a test. I didn't go read a book. This is all Kirk Duncan's going to figure out what people are saying, because I don't want to be lied to, and I don't want to be manipulated, and I don't want to be taken advantage of, and I don't want additional problems in my life. So I started to pay attention. Watching people, noticing what they do, noticing what's happening. How are they sitting? How are they moving? How are they doing what they're doing? Yeah, there's a bunch of words flying out of their mouth, but I know from experience, it's not the whole story. No, people edit what they say. People say things to please people. They don't tell the truth. People are pleasers. They just want to please everybody, thinking if I just say what's going to please somebody, then we're all going to get along great. No, truth sets us free, not made up pleasing stories. So I want to watch for where information is missing. So I don't have to have extra problems in my life, right? I don't want to have those. You don't want to have those. So let's talk about how to read body language from a street smarts point of view. Well, right off from the very beginning, reading body language is going to actually bring up some very, very high awareness. And high awareness looks like this. People say one thing, but their movements are saying something else. So it creates a contradiction. Now, when somebody speaks and their body language actually matches what they're saying, well, that's okay. You can follow along with that person. But it's when they say something and what they're actually, and their movements are 2 different things. Like, let's say I'm explaining to my children how much I love them. And I do this. Guys, I totally love you. And I fold my arms. Compared to, I got 3 boys. Hey guys, I love you. Thanks for being here at the house for Sunday dinner. Super cool to see you. Love you. So they're seeing me touch my heart. Where before they saw me like this. That's 2 different things. 2 different things. So the first part about reading body language is for you to notice the contradictions. And when you see contradictions, you stop the conversation and you clarify. You don't just let it go on. You see, reading body language is empowering you of when to interrupt the conversation and literally clarify in the moment. Because when somebody doesn't make sense and you let them keep talking, then you start to just fall for what they're saying. You fall into it. You start to believe what they say, but you're noticing the contradictions. When you see a contradiction between body language and what a person's saying, you pause and go, hey, Tom, hold on a second. What were you saying? Did you mean this or did you mean this? But you don't tell them that you're reading their body language. Never, ever, ever tell somebody you're reading their body language. But they have their word message and then they have their movement message. And if they don't match and line up and they're off, you got to say something. Because if we are in on clarification, then we're actually improving the conversation in the moment. So part of reading body language is empowering you to notice when it's unclear. And I got to say something because it's unclear and I want to know what is the real thing here in this conversation. So first thing about reading body language is just noticing if their movements match what they're saying. Literally match, line up. And if they don't line up and they're not even close, you get to pause them and get some clarification. Second part is, where is the body language taking the story? Where's it taking it? Is it getting better? Is it going up and getting better? Here's the story, and where's the body language taking it? Is the body language making the story worse, or is it making the story better? And so I like to watch people because let's say they're talking about their kids and they're like, oh my gosh, I love my kids. And my kids, I just really love them. And I just love my kids. Well, number one, that's a contradiction. And this is a downward story. It's a downward story. And so meaning if they are doing this while they're saying they love someone, love plus a punch is not an upgrade. Love plus a punch is a downgrade. So I look for where is it taking them? And so if it doesn't make sense, like, wait a minute, they said love and this looks like a contradiction and it's also taking it down, I need to speak up. I need to speak up and go, whoa, your kid's okay? You're okay with your kids? Everything okay? Everything good? And then I get to find out if it's true or not. So reading body language is not just standing there, sitting there, staring at people and trying to figure them out. Reading body language is a way for you to be interactive with the conversation and correcting it. Oh, but Kirk, what if I can't and they're up on stage or they're on TV? That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about real life body language reading here. You're not going to go read books and go to classes and study about body language so you can always watch people on TV and watch people on stages and somebody that's 100 feet from you. No, body language is to be used here, right now, with your spouse, with your kids, with your employees, with your team, with your boss, with your whoever. Body language is to be used to correct the conversation. That's what it's used for, is to correct the conversation. So we can clarify. Because people edit their words, they don't edit their body language. There's a small percentage that do, like 0.5% of people know how to do that, but 99.5% of the people don't edit their body language. So you are using body language and what they say as a way of measuring to see if there's something off of what's going on, and then you get involved in the conversation to find the clarification so you know if this is going up or down, and you don't have to have any miscommunications anymore because you know what a contradiction looks for. Now, sometimes people, when they do this and they're talking about their kids, you don't know if they need to have a conversation to cope with what's going on, or if they have something in their life they need to correct what's going on. Now, I don't jump into correcting people's lives. I like to help. Like, whoa, kind of looks like something's up with your kids, because you do not tell them that you saw this. You just say, I kind of sense and feel that something's up with your kids. Everything okay with your kids? Oh yeah, we're totally fine. Oh, are you okay with your kids? Your kids are okay with you? Because I'm checking in to see if they need some help. And which way is the story going? Because I saw a contradiction. Body language is here for us to actually be engaged with the conversation more than our ears. We're activating our eyes so that we can see what's happening. And when something doesn't look right, just forget everything I just showed you here and just go simple here with me. Body language is so that we can see what's happening. We are fully engaged in the conversation, and we're going to help that person speak as much truth as possible. We're not interrogators. We're not interrogators. We don't interrogate people and 50 question them to get them to clarify. We're very gentle. We watch, we notice, we ask questions to clarify, and we actually help people communicate better. That's what we do. People who read body language help others communicate more clearly. That's why it's street smarts for me, because I'd been taken advantage of, ripped off, stolen from, and it's like, okay, this isn't happening anymore. And I was terrible at communication, couldn't understand my wife, couldn't understand my kids. I needed to pay attention. And I would try to listen to everything people are saying, but it wasn't the full story. So reading body language helps me see, literally, see the rest of the story. And then we get involved. We get involved in the moment. We don't just sit there staring at someone, analyze, trying to process what's going on with them. There's all different levels and reasons to read body language, but I can tell you right now, if you would look for the contradictions, just go with number one. Look for the contradictions, ask questions to clarify. In the moment, you'll have more truth to work with between you and that person, more truth. And when you and that other person in communication can work with more truth, you will have more progress. But when the information is distorted and in contradiction, when it's distorted and in contradiction, you're going to have problems. And the problems will get between you and that person. And now then you have relationship problems. Miscommunication or poor communication problems will become relationship problems. It just happens. We must get better at communication. It's us. It's totally us. And so when you see this, gently, politely, when they're done talking, ask for clarification. And now you've activated your ability to read body language. You're an active listener. Good job. Hey, and don't worry, stay close. You're going to keep receiving videos about how to understand body language. Another reason to click subscribe. I'll probably tell you this about 100 times on all these videos, but really valuable information for life skills, because you deserve to have a great life. Okay, my friend, awesome. You know what to do. Subscribe so that you can keep receiving these training gold nuggets, right? It's totally awesome to be able to have this understanding. Click subscribe. And then also, you gotta check out the link I have for you here. What you can get from this is some additional training about communication. It's really gonna help you with where you're going in life. Better communication equals better results. Subscribe, click the link, and I'll see you tomorrow.